It was a pizza delivery turned armed robbery in Shasta County. We'll tell you who the victim was and who police are looking for this morning. Daybreak starts right now.
This is Daybreak, your morning news source. From the North State to the North Coast, get the facts right.
As you start your day, you'll notice the winds are dying down. So is the fire danger. Right now, the temperature is 55 degrees. Cool start. Welcome into Daybreak. It is 6 o'clock on this Wednesday. I'm Kelly Som. Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger starts things off talking about another warm day. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. And the temperatures are expected to be a little bit warmer than it was yesterday, but not by much, and nothing really all that noticeable. But another thing you will notice, the winds won't be as strong this morning or afternoon for that matter. Right now, we are looking at temperatures in the 50s for most of us, a little bit warmer in Red Bluff at 62, 63 for Corning, and 65 degrees in Oroville. Right now, 55 in Redding, 57 degrees for Chico, and we're getting closer to that freezing point in Chester at 33, 34 in Bernie and Alturas right now, a temperature of about 35. Hayfork, you dropped 1 degree in the last hour at 39 degrees, 51 degrees in Willow Creek, and in the low 50s for Crescent City and Eureka, although a bit warmer in Fortuna right now with a temperature of 56 degrees. There's your hourly forecast, and as I mentioned, temperatures should be about the same, if not a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. On average in the low 90s for the valley, and your hourly forecast for the coast, and looking at plenty of sunshine for the afternoon. Highs in the low 70s, so some absolutely gorgeous weather along the coast. We do expect cooler temperatures, though, this weekend and next week, not to mention maybe some rain, too. Details coming up a little bit later. Kelly.
Well, new this morning, deputies in Shasta County are looking for a suspect they describe as armed and dangerous after he robbed a pizza delivery man at gunpoint. This happened around 7:45 last night at JGW RV Park off Riverland Drive in Redding. We were there just after it happened. Deputies say the victim, 19-year-old Colin Olaf, was delivering pizza for Westside Pizza. He was flagged down at the RV park by a man claiming to have ordered the pizzas, but when he was reaching for the receipt, the man pulled out a gun and told him to put the more than $200 worth of goods on the ground and leave. The Sheriff's Department and CHP searched the park but failed to find the suspect. Now, he's described as a white man with a thin build, between 20 and 30 years old, wearing a dark baseball hat, blue T-shirt, and tan shorts. If you have information about the suspect, call the Sheriff's Office. Also in Shasta County, Anderson police arrested a man who they say had been stealing from a business for months, and it took a very persistent cop to bring him in. The business, Apex Fencing, called police to report they'd seen an online ad selling a generator and a fence post they recognized as stolen from their store. They also say they recognized the suspect seen in surveillance video as this man, 44-year-old Jason Goltz. Now, police questioned Goltz, who denied being involved. Later yesterday afternoon, a persistent officer waited near the suspect's home and spotted Goltz leaving his house with a generator in the back seat of his car. He was pulled over and reportedly confessed he had been stealing from the business for several months. We have a traffic alert for drivers in the city of Shasta Lake. There will be road construction starting this morning at 7 through tomorrow at 5 p.m. That work will be happening on Pine Grove Avenue between Cascade Boulevard and Coeur d'Alene Avenue. You can expect short delays. Work is for paving on Pine Grove Avenue. Also in Shasta County, CAL FIRE is looking for a vehicle that may have caused several small fires in Shingletown. These are photos from Aaron Dooley. CAL FIRE says 7 small fires were sparked yesterday afternoon along Highway 44 in the Shingletown area. Witnesses say they saw a car backfiring. They're now looking for a black Toyota Tercel that may have mechanical problems, which could have caused the fires. There were also several spot fires along that same highway on Monday. We're also following a fire burning in San Luis Obispo this morning. Students at Cal Poly had to be evacuated after a 97-acre fire near campus. Sean Larson spoke with students about what they saw.
We just heard a parking officer say, no, you can't go there, there's a fire.
Cal Poly student Declan Magis was driving home from the school library.
And we both just turned to the left, and the whole hill was on fire.
The hill was on fire and dangerously close to the iconic Cal Poly P. Students living in the Sierra Madre and Yosemite dorms were evacuated to the Mott Athletic Center on campus.
I was inside watching a movie, and they come inside and they come inside and it's just starting to, there's a fire, there's a fire.
These guys weren't surprised, though.
It kind of makes sense. It's like it's where it started. It's exactly where students kind of hang out. It's almost surprising that it hasn't happened before with how dry it's been recently.
Firefighters say fortunately the wind blew the fire away from Cal Poly. Their priority is working through steep, rough terrain to put out hot spots.
I couldn't get up to my dorm in time, so I was a little worried about my laptop and my school supplies and other valuable items.
I was inside my dorm doing my homework when the fire alarm went off, and no one really thought anything of it because we had a drill just a week ago. So I left my window open and my door open with my phone in my pocket, just walked out, and then we saw the big crowds.
Big crowds of students lined campus sidewalks to watch the fire.
Walked out, and then once we saw it, and once we got down here, we saw how big it was like, wow, this is real.
Around 8 p.m. Tuesday, students and people who live nearby were allowed to go back home, and roads that were closed were reopened.
I feel safe. I feel like it's going to be taken care of, and it's just really, really crazy.
That was Sean Larson reporting. As of the last update, the fire was 20% contained. 6:06 is the time. We are hearing from Chico native Aaron Rodgers about what his team plans to do on Thursday night football when it comes to the national anthem and how those actions compare to the players' recent moves taking a knee. And a former Humboldt County deputy has been charged with molestation. We'll tell you what court documents show about the allegations coming up on Daybreak.
Those gusty winds over the last few days have given us that high fire danger. The good news is that fire danger should drop as the winds drop as well, but still warm and dry. Details coming up.